So it finished here all square at Blaze Park in this FA Vase first round proper game between St Blazey and Helston Athletic. Matty Buckton, 2 goals from Helston, cancelling out goals from Dan Perryman and Jack Alexander. And it went to a penalty shootout, which we all love, that is if you're not a goalkeeper. And just by chance I've got one alongside me. The winning goalkeeper, Sam Borthwick for Helston, finished 4-3 on penalties and be a happy man.
Yeah, it's good to get a win in the hat for the next round on Monday. We knew it was going to be a tough game. Obviously, we played them a couple of weeks ago and beat them 3-0, but they had a few more players back in today, and that really helped them. Obviously, they got off to a good start, winning 1-0, going 1-0 ahead. But we said at half-time, we just have to have that belief that we're good enough in there to go and turn the game around, and we did. And I think we, on the balance of play, we probably deserved to maybe just nick it towards the end, but it goes into a lottery of a penalty shootout, and as a keeper you can't really lose. But yeah, it was a good game, one for the neutrals as well. I expect. I know Matt probably won't be too happy. He's probably tearing his hair out at points when we didn't quite perform as we should. But no, on balance play, happy to be in the hat on Monday.
Before we talk about the penalties, because that's why you're here.
Yeah.
Matty Buckton, honest substitute, pops up with 2 goals.
Yeah, I think obviously he's disappointed not to play. Everyone's disappointed when they don't start, and the perfect thing to do is come on and put in a performance like he did. I thought his first goal was really well taken. His first touch taken around the keeper and finish, it was really good. And then the second goal was a fantastic header, but the ball in from Wilkins, he was absolutely phenomenal. And first game back in for him the last couple of weeks, since I've been here, and he was brilliant there today, and the ball in made it for him really. So really pleased for Matty to come in and get a couple of goals, which was really good.
Okay, penalties. What happens then? What do you think? As you said, you can't lose, can you, as a goalie?
No, Matt's kind of said, look, there's no pressure on anybody here. If anyone who fancies it, I kind of put my hand in and said, look, I'll take one of the first few penalties, but it didn't need to come to 6, 7 or 8 penalties. But I always tend to do okay with penalties, so you've got to back yourself. If you don't back yourself, then nobody else will. So I was getting a bit of sticking behind the goal for the first couple that went the wrong way. But I don't know, you just sometimes get a feeling. I knew it was coming. But yeah, it's good to be able to contribute, because I can't go and put the ball in the back of the net, but actually what I can do is I can stop the ball going in penalties. So.
Yeah, tell me, do you do any research in the sense that we know that St Blazey do show their penalties on YouTube and social media a bit? Do you ever look at any and try and remember them?
I'd be really, really glad to turn and say, yeah, we've got loads of analysis that goes on and we know every penalty taken, which side they go, and have it written on my water bottle or whatever else. But no, I mean, there's a couple of players that you've come up against before, and I'm trying to remember, which way have they gone? Have I seen it before? But for me, I just kind of look at their run-up and the type of player, how they strike the ball. Sometimes they're more of an instep as opposed to a side foot, and that might lend itself. So, but it is kind of a bit of a, if you guess the right way, you've got every chance of saving it. I did that twice. So. Yeah,
you saved from Jordan Walton and Jake Miller. Both players who hit a good ball, but you must have put them off.
Yeah, I'll take that, yeah. No, I mean, they're types of players that really put their foot through the ball, and that kind of lends itself to being more of a draw across the goal for a lefty. So that was kind of why I went both ways for both of those players. But, it's one of those, there could be another day where it goes over the top of me, or it goes the other way. But, yeah, no, really pleased for the lads, and that's a good win there today.
Yeah, good win into the next round. Home or away, do you fancy?
I suppose home for the club would be really good, but who doesn't like an away day in the Vase? So not really fussed. I think we're pretty confident with what we've got in there. We'll go and beat any side and go and play some really good football against any side going. So not really fussed from my perspective.
It's a funny old game, isn't it? Who would have thought you part company with Callington as player manager? Now you're in the second round of the FA Vase.
Yeah, so it was lucky. Well, not lucky. It was a stroke of luck, really. Obviously, that I'm eligible to play today. Obviously, Callington played against Ivory. I wasn't in the squad that day. I was on the touchline. So mass panic during the week. I was like, did you play? Are you available? And it was like, yeah, I didn't play, so I'm good to go. So I've obviously been at the club at Callington for a number of years, and the first 3 seasons we've gone out of the Vase first round. So that's the first Vase win I've had since I was at Liscard or Tall Point, but way before that. So nice to finally get a win in the Vase. Hopefully, let's see if we get to Wembley. Why not?